That's weird. It's taking a long time for it to actually start streaming. I don't know if my voice is even being picked up or not. Let's see if it's actually... It says excellent connection, but it's not actually streaming for me. Yeah, it says it's live. Huh. There we go. That's weird. It took like 30 or 40 seconds for it to actually start. Normally it's 7. Like, once I hit 7 seconds, that's when the video actually starts, but... Anyway, welcome back to Wrath of the Righteous. We're gonna go do... Wendoag's quest first, and then we'll do Ulbrig's. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Hey, Jeff. Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you. Got a couple companion quests to knock out this stream. Some crusadering to do. Level 10 army. Might be a little tough. Might look back up this way, take out the level 9 army. So we should be able to manage that. These guys might be pretty tough nuts to crack, so... This way first. Not sure where I was sending this army. I guess where I just sent the other one. Alright, so back to Canabris. Just a hop and a skip away. Hey, Greg Dev. Stuff. This is gonna hurt. Yep. Not too worried about those guys. We can always heal up at the end. Need to take care, or the champions are gonna hurt. Not anymore. Oh wow, 30. Get rid of that guy. Then we'll heal up our units. Nice. Resounding success. Well, except for my, bandits. Claws of a Sacred Beast. These gloves have claws that deal 1d8 slashing damage on an unarmed attack. The enemy is of evil alignment, they deal 2d6 damage instead. So you practically always deal 2d6 damage instead. In addition, these claws give the wearer +1 enhancement bonus on attack and damage rolls. I was going for... Well, these will be really good on... That might be an upgrade from my main character, actually. Just for that ladder effect, not for the unarmed attacks. So the unarmed attacks also work on land, but also Obrig. And they should, I think, work... I don't know how the slam attack works with the rage shifter. We'll find out one day. Speaking of, what does Sela have equipped? No gloves. Interesting. Alright, I guess we'll take this army out next. It's just the 2 units. Oh, bunch of Terrys, of course. Darn it, Terry. Slow him down like that. They're pretty tough, aren't they? Yeah, but not that tough. Alright, that army is pretty scary. I think the wolves and saber-tooth tigers, or sorry, smilodons, reach our front line on the first turn. But if they can't, and if we get to go first, we can slow them down with our ice spell anyway. The ice storm. So we might have it in the back, because they're all melee units. We'll try it. If it doesn't pan out, we'll just, you know, use Setsuna Shai's greatest power, which is reloading. Alright, so they are basically right on top of us. This isn't gonna really help. That's one unit gone. Really not sure how this is going to play out. That's pretty good damage. Oh, 19. 256. Let's try to keep my Hell Knights alive, because they're the most valuable unit we have. The parking them here, these guys... Well, okay, we get a second charge off. far as I play, horses seem like the largest threat. It's gonna move them back. They're not gonna make it. I'm gonna try not to use any more spells. We're running a little low on energy. As we do damage to him, they'll do less and less damage to us, so it'll slowly snowball in our favor. Yeah, from 7 to 5 units killed. Not too bad. I didn't charge far enough. Number of the beast. Like a thing, convicts are easy to replace. Alright, we got Wicked Dope. And we leveled up. Fantastic. Protective wards, saving throws. I think magical reserves too. The general has a plus 15 bonus to energy per level of this feat. We need our energy. Alright, let's see. We can probably go after this army, I guess. Okay, I didn't see what happened. I was looking outside. Dogs barking at other dogs outside.
Battles await.
All right. I guess we'll buff up because I don't know what this encounter was.
A bright future awaits.
I will lend you my aid.
Oh, is it? Okay, then I don't think we have to actually fight. I think there is a fight here, right? But it's not very hard. Yeah, this looks like the map. And it is. Also... Oh yeah. Can't say the T word. Because I think there's like an 8-hour wait or something, so even if you pre-buff, they go away. A flexible, elongated, pulsating objects. don't use words like this here. This is a really fun callback to Kingmaker. That was also one of my favorite quests in Kingmaker. What's it called? The something debates. Impossible, the improbable. Starts with an I. Is the kobold specifically I liked. He got his happy ending. A Demodand. A dandy demo. Yeah, half an hour. Yeah, I'll be happy to help you. It's funny, I feel like I remember Kingmaker better than I remember this game. Now, I did play through Kingmaker 3 times, and this is my current third playthrough of this one. They actually call it Very Nasty Demodand. I didn't realize Allfrey was a Aasimar in Kingmaker, though. I could tell here, but... See, option 2 is so weird. Like, don't expect an easy victory, you monster. It's like admitting that he's gonna win. But yeah, we're gonna attack. We are a Blood Rager after all, right?
None shall escape!
Alright, into the
Surrender
fray.
or else.
Indeed.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Die!
Oh, whoops, I actually never read the other one. Trying to buffer up my,
It is for you!
X's. Yeah, I also like how it shows Sir Allfrey in a fairly positive light. Like, he seems very competent, even to the point where he recognizes that we're not saying tentacles. Agile hand axe +4. And I guess we could give it to Woljif. But we'll make her a secondary weapon. I guess we can intercept this army real quick and then head up there. Yeah, I'm not gonna let them retreat. Oh, son of a gun. Whoops, didn't see these guys over here. That's fine. Hide them in the corner. At level 4, army put up a bit of a fight. Like, because the succubi can dominate one of your units, and they seem to always target the clerics. That in mind, I should probably put the clerics a little further away from my ranged unit. Oh, that's the wrong one. I forget how we get over there. If we even can yet. This archer's gonna hit like a truck. A little nervous about him. I might go recruit the champions. For another army. Oops. Not that one. Down here somewhere. There they are. Hey! Welcome to the stream, man. Some marksmen here. I'm going to try to make this my more optimal army. Make up for it with a weaker general. Not sure where I was sending him, and why I was sending him there. Oh, I missed that before. Go grab that. Hi, the merchant. His first, well, technically second set of wares. What you got for me, bud? Alright, Bed of Alacrity, +4 dexterity, +4 competence bonus on reflex saving throws, so it's just a great upgrade. Could buy these for bismuth. So I actually think the Amulet of Imposing Physique is better than the Amulet of Circulating Blood, since most of the time you have the Sword of Valor fast healing anyway. If I was going for the pure Intimidate build, I'd definitely buy that. But I'm not doing that. Bismuth, what can you wear, buddy? You don't have barding at all. That's right. It's pretty good. We'll go ahead and buy that for him. Alright, I think that's it for now.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
His stream had a bit of a weird start anyway, Matthew, so I figured notifications weren't going to go out regardless, because it took like 40 seconds for the stream to actually start. Normally it takes 7 seconds, so... Alright, send this guy over here to explore all these little side paths. These are the vampires, right? No, Inquisitors. Oh, also, welcome, Arkby. Real quick. This will eventually start benefiting Arushali because it's unlikely that I swap her armor out. So I get that practice of casting it. There's something else I need to do. Get rid of one of these. So my main character has permanent freedom of movement with his boots. Another casting of greater magic weapon might be worth it. Let's see, 'cause he has a +1 equipped, she has a +1. It might be a +2. 2 +3s, a +3, and a +2 or 3. Let's go ahead and grab that.
Could you please keep your distance when I am hearing confessions?
Yeah,
Confession is
yeah,
a
I do like
private
Crusader Edge as
sacrament.
well.
Ah, you want to use their secrets yourself. You're far more cunning than I gave you credit for, priest.
Let's go deal with Lan. The Northern Gates. Takes us back out of the city, right? It does. careful, bud. Market Square. Can we go here? No. That's what I thought.
Move out!
There should be a sword we can find over here that has no use. This is called the Blade of No Escape. This cursed sword belonged to a young mongrel, the son of a chief, dreamed of reaching the surface. No matter how he tried, his every attempted daring escape failed. He met his inglorious end in the shades of the underground. It's marked as a quest item, so I don't know. Found that last time too. I don't think I found it in my first playthrough.
Head on!
Always seemed to me that it should be a quest item, but never found a quest for it.
I lead. You follow. Onwards! Move out.
I know it sucks being trapped underground and forced to barely survive, but it's a really pretty area. Silver linings and all that. It's a little bit more pretty when you're just visiting and living there. Alright, anything worth buying? Probably not. We buy thick pads.
I lead. You follow.
Alright, let's go put a stop to land. So it's funny, you don't really see the monk-like aspect of Lan unless you don't side with him in the beginning. Because you see it here. But I feel like when you recruit him from the get-go, he doesn't really demonstrate his monkedness. He does demonstrate his lawfulness, but not really demonstrate any monk-like traits. But here you actually see him helping these guys to meditate to, you know, keep their rage under control. I do think Land would be better as a hunter, which I think is a pretty common sentiment. They have a hunter class, he's a hunter for the tribe. And same with Wendowag, the fighter is also justifiable. I think her personality is more fighter-like anyway. Yeah, but Wendowag's much better equipped than you are, Lan, so... I don't see them having animal companions, though, because they're so desperate for survival in the caves. I feel like if they had animal companions, they'd probably eat them. Which I guess there are ranger archetypes without animal companions.
Yet another
Make a
obstacle.
fine trophy.
Not all of them, though.
I'll rip you apart.
This is not my time. This was unexpected.
Yeah, didn't have it. Did he even get an attack off? They got one attack off. Alright, Captain America. Yeah, Wendowag doesn't want to kill him here. She will do it, but she doesn't want to. If you let her decide, she kills him, though. Oh. I thought you could spare him there. I try not to kill him. What? I have to take the next option down, I think. Right?
Only you deserve.
I'm gonna try and spare him, because I know there's a way to spare him. I failed doing it last time. Last autosave is all the way back here. It's not too far back. Yeah, I'm gonna try and spare Lan. Because I know you can recruit both of them at some point. And I think part of her redemption arc is not killing Lan. So I'll try this again. I'm gonna try all the options. So I know if you let her decide, go kill him. I thought letting him, sparing him would do it. Maybe the second option?
Move out!
The second alignment option, not the actual second option, but the is the lawful option.
Head on!
Yeah, see, I thought that too, but then if I did that, I thought they weren't going to fight. So we're giving Land permission to do what he wanted. I mean, that would probably make the most sense anyway, right? Because I think my character... Yeah, roleplay-wise, that's what I need to do. I thought the duel had to take place. I don't know if that prevents the duel or not. But yeah, that's the option I should take anyway. Saying won't get in the way, they're doing the right thing.
I lead. You follow.
Yeah. That might just work.
Onwards.
Yeah, just trying to figure out how to do all these, what all the various options take us to. That's, part of the streams anyway. Gives me a chance to explore more of the game and learn more about it. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Luckily I don't have to read his dialogue.
Let's move already. Move out.
Yeah, so this one, we won't stand in your way, you're doing everything right. I guess that backs us out, and maybe we lose the, So we're siding with land, but keeping Windwag on our side? Yeah, so we turn against Windwag here, don't we? Oh. Yeah, so that's not it. That's what I thought was going to happen, because I know you can swap sides and recruit land here instead of Windwag. That's why I didn't take the option the first time. I assumed something like that would happen. So it's got to be maybe the lawful option? Leading to the duel? It has to be one of the options post-duel.
No reason to pause.
Now, you won't be able to recruit the second of these companions to Act 5 anyway. But one of them has to survive. Well, they both have to survive here, obviously, if you want to recruit both of them in Act 5. So let's do... Sort of click through all the dialogue. Alright, so we did this one. Land will kill Windwag, there's no duel. We can try this one, or I could try this one again and go with one of the other options. Let's try this. We'll have the duel. We'll try those other dialogue options. Hey guys, attack off. Oh wow.
Did you see that?
Why am I so weak?
This was unexpected.
Thank you, Last Stand. Did we actually, did Last Stand proc there? We had 1 health, so I don't know if it's coincidence or if Last Stand procced. That's a pretty close fight. He doesn't have any equipment either. He has a +3 composite longbow, and that's it. Yeah, I think lawful might be the way to go. Making him feel like he's betraying his tribe. I don't think this leads to him being killed, right? Yeah, that dialogue right there. So let's do the lawful option. Wait, it's good to kill him? Okay. Nice. I figured it out. I have to take the lawful option, and which also makes sense because Lan would be convinced by a lawful option since he is lawful. Hey, Gold Dragon. Yeah, so we want what's best for the mongrels. Go and think about it. Alright, then they attack anyway, so let's reload. So we almost had it. There's a way to do it, darn it. Seems like they made it pretty convoluted, trying to recruit both companions. That's alright, nothing to it. Yeah, we still do this one.
Yet
You'll
another
make
obstacle.
a fine trophy. Kill is for you!
This is not my time yet. This was unexpected.
Okay. So then we have to do the lawful option again. I think that's the way to convince him because he himself is lawful. So I'm assuming we take land side, we come back and we spare Wendawag. We have to take the chaotic options probably. I missed out on his loot, but that's okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Have to take the lawful options for the lawful character. Which is a little odd. I feel like land would be lawful good, not lawful neutral.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Merciless shot. Also, why? There we go. The wearer of this ring gets a +1 bonus to attack while using point blank shot.
Move out.
I'll take a few tries, but we should be able to recruit land later on now. Once we complete their quest.
Battles await.
I will lend you my aid.
Yeah, it's really hard to pick when to wag in the beginning. Like, you have to really be role-playing a not good character to pick her over Lan. Even, I don't know, even evil characters I feel like have an easier time taking Lan. Well, it took a few tries, but we finally got or spared Lan. Yeah, she doesn't seem very redeemable. I've heard that she can be redeemed if you romance her, so that's what I'm striving for. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to play out. Alright, back to Dresden. We'll go speak to Wendewag. No, this is my second. I took her last time, but I didn't spare Lan. I let her decide what to do and she killed him. Took Lan on my first run, though. This is also my first time romancing Wendewag. So I'm not sure exactly what I need to take here for the romance option or the redeeming option. Yeah, I think that makes sense after you leave Deepholm, because I feel like while they're still underground, they should have an animal companion. But once he's up top, I can see that. I don't know. I haven't romanced her yet, so. Alright. Go rest up. Do I need to... I have some stuff to sell. Yeah, she is hard to like. But I've heard that her story can get pretty good if you keep her around and romance her, so... That's what I'm gonna try for. Plus, I think the romance fits with my character, because he's kind of an outcast with a, being a demon that wants to redeem himself. Much like a Bruchelai. I mean, a Bruchelai I think would be a more thematic romance this playthrough, but I did that on my first run. I'm gonna do that in my Azada run. So I don't need to do it again. But Wendewag also has a redemption arc, then it fits as well. Yeah, I enjoyed Azada up until I swapped from Azada to Legend. Legend was a lot of fun too. It was an absurd amount of damage. I don't think you'd want to give Spider Cat Lady dead animals. They want something to play with, right? Alright, I will take the bandits, though. Part of my main army. Yeah, Legend was a lot of fun, and I like the soundtrack as well. But I did, what, 20 levels of Gendarme into 20 levels of two-weapon fighter, or two-handed fighter? I think the first fight I was in after I made that transition, I did over 2,500 damage with a charge attack on a Baylor. My only grievance with Legend is that the DLC, Inevitable Excess, didn't make any sense. Until the very end. It did have a pretty cool ending for that. About the actual vampires you get, they are really strong. I think you get like, what, 4 of them or 5 of them? And they held their own against a small demon army for a while in one of my playthroughs. Alright. Yeah, I mean, no reason to break away from the Queen here. We're all about redemption, redeeming ourselves in the eye of the Queen, and I think that one fits the most roleplay-wise, so. Sorry, I did see that, Matthew, but then someone else asked a question. Did see your G-Lob reference. Yeah, we'll go with Sela here, I think. For me, for Azada, I'm going to do Scald, unless you're asking somebody else. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one of the subclasses for Scald, or if I'm going to do just regular old Scald. Yeah, charge attacks are nuts. There's a lot of equipment to support it, too. Alright, Cursed Children. So one of these... Yeah, the Azada path, I think you have cats. Patrol or something like that. It's a pretty silly, but really neat option. Yeah, save the children first. Alright, let's do our relics. What do we got? Let's enchant Chivalrous Hide and Tusks. Yeah, I'll go and take the experience points here. And some leadership experience points as well. That's a big reason to do that one. I have no idea what the meta is. I don't chase the meta. Let's go with what I think is thematic. I think a skull that worships Cade and Kalian would fit well with the Azada path. I think some of the druid classes would too. But I like skulls. Hey, some non-hostile dialogue from Camellia. Imagine that.
Move out!
Well, kind of. I wouldn't say that Sam is actually stronger than Sheila. Also saw someone mention Ungoliant. I guess we remove Wendewag for Ulbrig for his quest. Yeah, it's a nice start. Alright, we're gonna do Ulbrig's quest at current Glen. Glen? I'm not actually sure how it's pronounced, where the emphasis in the word lies. We can march our army. Where do I want to go? That's gonna be a tough fight. We have a couple options. Oh, we also have this new army we can send to reinforce my current one. Mongrel fighters. I'll park them right here. Then some bandits. I finally broke 100 bandits. I think we can head down this way. How do I get to this guy? Back this way and around, or... It might be this one. Alright. Well, 18-hour hike. Hey, cool. Oh, we have one fatigue. Well, that's nothing a lay on hands can't handle. Excuse you, bud.
A bright future awaits us.
Let's move already.
So I don't think we need to buff up until we are at the stone. I'm gonna go do it anyway.
No reason to
The world has suffered enough. My will is resolute.
I doubled up on somebody with Death Ward. That's okay. Not the end of the world, probably.
Head on!
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Would you look at this? Wildlife has flocked to the village. Cleansing the tree of corruption is worth it, so it seems. Yeah, it was worth it.
I lead.
For the 18 experience we
You
just
follow.
gained.
The light.
It's been a pretty good weekend. I went to a transportation museum yesterday with the little one. Me, the missus, and my parents. She really likes trains and excavators and stuff right now, so. We took her to go see some trains.
They'd better start running. Onwards.
And I actually have an extended weekend because I was off on Friday. And I'll be off tomorrow too. Trains are cool. I agree. More of a plane guy myself, but I like trains too. If it wasn't for all the traveling, I think I would have wanted to be a train conductor. I actually wanted to be a pilot for a while.
Something over there.
I don't like being away from the family for extended periods of time like that.
I'm trusting
I did
you.
consider it. That's why I
sense
left my last job, is because all the traveling. That's one of the
something
reasons.
is not right here. This is where I
There's definitely more
shine.
to it than that, but that was
I will follow my dream.
the first straw on the camel's back.
I finished here. Is there more?
Yeah, when you come back the second time, there's a group of people here.
I sense something. I finished here. Is
Because
there
it's
more?
undead the first time, and then there's those bandits or whatever they are the second time. Excuse you, Maru. Maru's pressing on the arrow keys.
I'm glad I was useful
Yeah, I used to work on aircraft. Well, the Osprey specifically.
I finished here. Is there more?
But I always wanted to fly. That's actually why I chose the MOS that I did in the military, was so I could eventually become an aerial observer, which I never did. It's worked way too much for it. But had I stayed in, I would have got it.
Please, be careful.
And boy, did they want me to stay in.
I'm prepared.
But no, I want to go. I want to
I can do this.
be with the family and stuff, so
This is where I
can't
shine.
stay in. Yeah, you say that till you work on the avionics on it and realize just how much everything chafes because it vibrates so much. Hey, back to being chaotic good. What was I before? Awful good? Yeah, the Aero Observer position that I was initially striving for is just it's a crew chief. But you have another MOS, and so it's actually pretty sought after. It's like I would have been a CDI from avionics as a crew chief, which is pretty valuable to have on flights. I could do some impromptu troubleshooting.
Something is not right here. I sense something. I'm glad I was useful to you.
Oh, we're in
I finished here.
we're in current
Is there
Glen,
more?
Old Briggs Old Village. Doing his companion quest.
Move out.
We got some equipment. We got chainmail +2 and Ring of the Mad Duelist. This jagged steel ring was made of an armor shard picked up on a battlefield and crudely bent into the shape of a circle. Its wearer can at will choose any foe they see. Wearer gets a +2 bonus to their AC and saving throws against all attacks made by the chosen enemy until the wearer chooses another one. Okay. I don't know if I'm ever going to remember to use this. It's better for the tank, but she already has 2 really good pieces of equipment. It's not worth swapping those out. Also, I'm thinking about it. We got something for him, right? The gloves.
Head on.
Yeah, this is the DLC content for the Last Sarkorian, the DLC that added Olberg to the game. Adds quite a bit of content too. It's what, 2 new whole areas? Technically, I guess 3. The next area you go to is pretty large.
Begone, fiend!
I will defend my dream.
Cut them to pieces. I lead. You follow.
Yeah, out of all the DLC, it's the one I recommend the most because it adds a whole new companion. It's the most tied into the main
Prepare
game.
yours. It's either us or them.
After that, I'd recommend
Onwards.
the Midnight Isles. And Kingmaker, probably the Tiefling twins. Now, I never finished Valerie's Romance. I botched it my first playthrough. I didn't realize you had to camp and have a scene when camping. So I never got to see the end of it. But the Tiefling twins have a good romance, and it's just a good, overall pretty good story. I never finished Nerissa's romance. I don't know what I messed up when I went for the secret ending.
Head on!
I don't know if I was... I could have been short one of the curse researches, because I'm pretty sure I unlocked all of them, and then I did all of them. I made sure they were all done before I went to the final area. So I'm not sure where I messed up that.
I lead.
I can always go
You
back and look, I guess, but I
follow.
don't want to review that whole stream series.
Don't even try not answering me. If you fail me, you tricksy lump of rock, I swear on Pelura's backside, I'll crush you into rubble with my bare hands.
And I like the companions in Kingmaker. I think Akondaio and Harem still stand out, even compared to like Wrath of the Righteous companions. Though I will say Wrath of the Righteous companions have a lot more nuance to them, and there's none that I really dislike. Even, you know, Camellia and Wendawag to an extent, because it's a different flavor, right? Yeah, that's right. Show it no mercy. I'll give you a hand.
Hear that? Show me up a second time, and there won't be a third. This is a stone of voices. If there's no one left to speak, what use is it? I don't know. Anything but silence will do. Keep your lectures to yourself. We'll soon see if I've wasted my time. Right. Don't let me down.
Yeah, I like Jubilost a lot too. I didn't like him my first playthrough, but the second one after I completed his quest, he is a really good companion. Akondaio, Harem, and Jubilost are my three favorites. Well, I also like the Tiefling twins. And Kingmaker also has my least favorite companion of all time, so there's that. It wins that competition too.
Yes! I knew it! I knew it!
Yeah, I don't think any other companions really compare to Tristan as far as my dislike goes. Gosh, like he's really... People defend him all the time, I just don't see how they can. Everything he did was his fault. Tristan. Tristan is my least favorite companion. I hate that companion. Like, my first playthrough, I kind of could sympathize with him, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I can't stand that guy. Because everything that happened was his fault. His arrogance led him into a trap, and then he was so desperate, despite being tied to Serenray, he's so desperate to feel her again, believing that a Dryad was more powerful than his goddess. And it led to he was responsible for the deaths of possibly thousands of your subjects. Like, man, I could rant about Tristan for a while, and people defend him. Like, there's no defense for it. He's just he's a loser. Like, he comes across as very pathetic to me. And he betrays you. Like other companions betray you in other games. Like, Irliot's pretty up there as of right now. And Rogue Trader as well. But she was a little bit more straightforward about it, and you could kind of expect that from her. Where Tristan this whole time plays this really goody two-shoes, you know, bashful character. And it turns out this whole time has been helping the big bad kill thousands of people. Yeah, she is. She's naive. But there's also the contention between Xenos and humans in the setting, so again, there's already that animosity that exists, and so something like that's not unexpected. Tristan, this whole time, just puts on a show, and he's responsible not only for killing possibly thousands of your subjects, but doing it in an extremely brutal way. Because without him, Nerissa couldn't have planted the seeds in the water and had people consume them and turn into monsters. Like, what a terrifying way to go. Rogue Trader does have multiplayer.
Not in words, but words are not needed here.
Yeah, I'm thinking through all the games I've played in the past, and out of all the companions and all the CRPGs or other games I've played, I don't think any really hold a candle to Tristan. Like, none have betrayed the main character as much as he has. And been responsible for as much life wasted. But again, I haven't seen, the end of, like, Rogue Trader and stuff, but... Yeah, it launched with multiplayer.
It was a manifestation of my god. The first I've seen since I woke up in this mad world of yours. My god is alive, don't you see? And that means part of Sarkoris still lives as well.
Oh, I don't know about console. I thought it launched on all of it, but I have it, when I look at the main menu on Rogue Trader, it's like the third option down is co-op. The combat is a lot of fun. The story is... I'm fine with the story so far. I won't say it's wowed me. I also haven't reached the end. I don't know what the conclusion is. I mean, getting sent to Kimura was pretty cool. But, I mean, it seems like... I don't know, there's just heresy on every planet. There's a little bit of chaos sprinkled everywhere, so... I don't know, that... We'll see where it goes, because again, I haven't reached the end of the game, so... Yeah, the combat is a lot of fun, though it's a little too easy for me right now. I need to take that survey that Alcat released recently.
I have no idea, but I'll find out very soon. Well, are you coming with me? Let's go, you say. Let's run, say I. Let's fly.
Also really excited there's a Space Wolf in Rogue Trader, which that's so cool, talking to the Space Wolf. It's funny because I was providing some extra commentary while I was conversing with Ulfar, and it's like I bring up something,
please? I'm tired.
and his next bit of dialogue would say the exact same thing I just said.
Is restless.
Rely
I wonder
on me.
why.
Onwards!
Yeah, most of the Xenos are more advanced than humans. So the Eldar existed well before humans. They were created by the Old Ones to fight the Necrons. And their empire lasted for 60 million years before it collapsed with the birth of Slaanesh. The humans, on the other hand, have had... Well, the Imperium itself has stood for 10,000 years. But they've been around for like 41,000 years. Is that, well, 40,000, because it's Warhammer 40,000. And they're currently in the 41st millennium. But yeah, the Necrons, the Eldar, the Jukero to a certain extent, the Hrud. There's quite a few Xenos races more advanced than humans. You could argue orcs aren't as advanced as humans, but in some ways they are, and can be more advanced. That's a bit of a mixed bag. But yeah, Necrons are by and far more advanced than humans. The Squats are more advanced than humans. Dark Eldar, of course, because they're tied to Eldar. Yeah, I can talk about 40k for a long time. But we're playing Pathfinder, darn it. Don't get me sidetracked. Now, you also have to keep in mind, most of the old Xenos races, like the Eldar and the Necrons, are dying. Well, the Necrons are waking back up, so they're kind of the opposite of dying. But they're coming back to an empire that's no longer there. And the Eldar they've lost a lot of their technology, a lot of their capabilities.
Move out.
So they're not as strong as they used to be.
This was simple enough.
They've lost contact in a lot of like worlds and stuff because the webway
Call me again
is
if you need to.
slowly falling apart, being destroyed in certain areas. Oh, these darn swarms, man. Need to equip the yeah, you don't say Obrig, thank you.
Yes?
I will help where I can.
I am superior! Fall! I will bring down the divine wrath!
If I survive this, it'll make for a good story.
Guide my blade!
Too late for apologies.
I finally got it. Well, the Necrons kind of know. Time has just passed by, and the Tomb Worlds are waking up slowly.
Head on!
Now, if all the Tomb Worlds would have woken up, some of the Tomb Worlds have also been destroyed and stuff. So, there won't be as many of them when they come back. But if they were to all wake up at the same time, they could easily just take over the galaxy. So they don't necessarily want to wipe everybody out. They used to, before they were retconned. They used to be just Terminators in space, but now they're a little bit more nuanced. Actually, I'd say a lot more nuanced. And they actually work with other races now. They helped, well, at least Trazen helped Acadia. And the Silent King is not above working with humans and other
This was simple
races.
enough.
This war must end.
The Silent King being the leader of the Necrons. And one of the most powerful figures in the setting, supposedly. He was supposed to have dealt the killing blow to one of the Catan back in the day. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, PC, it's already out. I know it launched with it on PC as well. Partially. It's also a numbers thing. The Imperium is extremely large, and it is the largest empire in the setting, currently. So they have a lot of numbers. So, like, the Imperial Guard last gun isn't extremely potent against most of the enemies they face, but there's a lot of them, right? So that makes up for a lot of it. Plus a lot of artillery. There's a lot of reasons why the Imperium is able to keep up. But yeah, mostly numbers, willpower. Ramming their ship into world engines. Things like that. The Space Marines are also one of the most deadly forces in the galaxy. Like, not every story does a good job of showcasing it, but Space Marines are terrifying even for creatures like Eldari to fight against. Because they're designed to fight all of them. Like, they were designed with that in mind. Yeah, that's also why the smaller Xenos races like the Eldari, or Eldar, are able to hold on, because they are more advanced. But they are raging against the dying of the light.
Let me help.
I lead. You follow.
But the Necrons have some pretty absurd technology too. Like the most prominent example that gets brought up all the time is the Celestial Orrery, which is basically a map of the galaxy, but it also controls the galaxy in the sense that if they destroy one of the planets in the orrery, it destroys the planet in real time, in real space. But the dynasty that guards it takes it very seriously, and they don't mess around with it, because it can have catastrophic consequences. But the Necrons were created by the Catan, which are the gods of real space. Which, one of the reasons why the Catan were sharded instead of destroyed is because the one that they destroyed had ramifications across real space. Because as gods of real space, if you destroy what they represent gets impacted across the universe, right? And what was his name? It starts with an L. When he was destroyed, that's when the Flare virus sprung up in the Necrons. What was his name? Look it up real quick. 40k. That's right. It's Landugor the Flare. He's the only Catan that was actually destroyed.
I'm gonna rip them in half.
They don't experiment themselves as much now. It's kind of stagnated, though. With Belisarius' Call and Guilliman coming back, they brought the Primaris along, and so there's been a big resurgence and a lot of ground gained by the Imperium.
No
It's a little bit more progressive at the moment.
Risk.
They don't know how fragile they are. Nice hit. Now it's my turn.
Die!
I'll hit you!
You might survive this. That'll make for a good story.
I can still fight.
This'll leave a bruise.
You won't stop.
I'm gonna reload this. I need more elemental damage. Yeah, the Emperor, well, he was allowed to. He's kind of the head honcho, but now it's kind of been everything that he created is seen as sacred, so it's not usually messed with or they don't try to improve
I'm
upon
prepared.
it.
Let's move already.
Yes?
The
Hey, how many
goddess
darn
protects us.
summons or swarms are in this area
Rely on me.
I shall not be
I will
swayed from
lend
my
you
path.
my-
Restless.
with good reason.
Whatever comes next, we'll be ready.
I will help where I
Trust
can.
in
Struggles never
Search
cease.
for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
All this waiting bores me. No one stands in my way.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Begone, fiend!
There we go. Enough summon solves every problem. Yeah, like I said, I can talk about 40k for a long time. I don't have a lot of people that talk about it like in my friend group. So I got nerded out about it here. Stockpiling knowledge and reading the books for so long.
Surrender or else! I will resist! Too late for
Yeah, it is cool like trains. I really like this portrait. They have a scouring series coming. So I think some of the dead ends that weren't followed up on in the Horus Heresy will probably be expanded on then, like Sevatar's fate and stuff like that. But he wasn't brought up for a while, was he? I think he just kind of got forgotten about after a certain point. Maybe stop bringing him back, knowing that the heresy was coming to a close. Well, he did want to be a hero, right? No, I don't think he's going to go out as a hero. One of the authors had mentioned something about him. Like, he won't be a good guy, but not a bad guy either. Which I think is pretty fitting for the original, group of Knight Lords, because they, some of them wanted to be heroes, but then they had their Primarch and all the criminals being sent to the Legion. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's heroic feats, but they are all not great to some extent or another. They have heroic ideals, though.
Green again.
Move out!
I'll hit you!
Axeman.
Head on!
Yeah, Sevatar's a pretty cool character. Most of the first captains are pretty cool. I mean, there's a couple that didn't really stand out.
I lead, you follow.
But Sevatar did. Oh, Space Wolves, Lehman Russ.
Onwards!
Not a shadow of a doubt. Now, I have some follow-ups to that as well, but yeah, Leman Russ and the Space Wolves, number 1. I also like the Dark Angels and the Lion, and on the trader side of things, I do like Perturabo or Peter Turbo, the Iron Warriors, and Magnus and the Thousand Suns. But you like the Thousand Suns?
Move out.
Yeah, I do like Magnus. He's got a pretty sad story. He kept trying to do the right thing, but his hubris kept getting in the way. Which, I mean, he's kind of doomed from the get-go. Of his deal he made with Tzeentch to fix his Legion. But he tried, right? That counts for something.
It's just not my lucky day.
Yeah, well, the Emperor kind of withdrew on himself, so his relationship faltered with all of his sons. But him and Magnus were the closest, or should have been, at the very least, because they were in contact before he found any of the other Primarchs. Yeah. But I think by the time we start seeing their relationship, or some of the relationships, it's on the verge of the heresy anyway. And that's after the Emperor went back after Olenor to start working on the Golden Throne. So at that point, a lot of the relationships were strained regardless. Yeah. Yep. And Horus is the first Primarch found, and then, is it Leman Russ?
Head on.
What else to be doing? Just paying attention. Sigmund the Chieftain.
I lead. You follow.
There's someone else over here we could talk to. Can we talk to that girl? Or is that later? Yeah, there's a lot he should have done. If he just communicated a bit more, things probably would have been better, but...
Onwards.
I don't see the Webway project. I mean, I guess he wanted it to be secret from everybody, so it couldn't be sabotaged from elsewhere. But I feel like that's something he could have told his Primarchs about. But if he did all that, we wouldn't have the setting that we currently have, so there has to be flaws in the characters, right?
Move out.
That's why everything happened the way it did, is because all the major characters are flawed to some degree. Even the Emperor, because he's only human. Now, some people view him a little differently, but he was human.
Head
One of the books even kind of touches on the subject of him not being infallible, because looking into the future, you have to kind of guess which path to take. Alright, so with these Swarmbane clasps. Wand of Haste. I'm actually going to grab that. Per day. This will actually be useful for the swarms as well. I'm going to grab that. Fulgrim, I think. No, I think Fulgrim is one of their better Primarchs, especially, well, pre-fall. The only reason why he turned sides was because of the Lair Blade. And Edelin, or Edelon, however you want to pronounce his first captain's name. Because Fulgrim would have actually prevented the heresy had his first captain not handed him the Lair Blade before he made the decision to fire on Horus and wrap things up right then and there. How often do you fight lycanthropes, though? Is this worth grabbing? That's pretty good. I brought force. Seen that before. Ring of Hints. Excuse you, Maru. I don't think he was. Fulgrim was a really good Primarch. I think he was the most well-rounded of them. Except for maybe Horus. I don't know, I feel like Fulgrim should have been in contending, one of the contenders for War Master. He seemed to me like one of the most well-rounded Primarchs. I think she would do better with this. And can we replace the helmet? Not yet. They need that. She already has this equipped. I guess we'll do that. She gets this. Well, I think there is good and evil, but yeah, when you look at the factions, you can't really designate one as being inherently good and one inherently evil. But there is good and bad in the setting. But no, I wouldn't say the Imperium are the good guys.
I lead, you follow.
Yeah, Erebus, well, the guy who says he's Erebus, because Erebus isn't actually Erebus. He killed the kid and took his place. But yeah, there is objectively evil in the setting. I mean, the Chaos Gods are objectively evil. But it also makes the setting more fun, right? It makes it easier to choose a favorite faction and not be deterred because, oh, this faction's evil, this one's not. They've all got their skeletons in the closet. Some of them have skeletons in the living room.
Onwards!
So there's a big battle this way. Maybe not yet. That's later. Yeah, because the setting's not about good and evil. It's about the rule of cool. That's why I'm okay with some of this stuff, because like some people, for instance, argue that the fight between Magnus and Leman Russ should have been extremely weighed in Magnus's favor, and I agree. He's an extremely powerful psyker. Really, no one should be able to take him in a fight.
Move out!
But they, it devolved into a full-on brawl because it's cool, right? This is kind of how the Primarch fights have to go anyway. They'll always rise to the occasion to fight each other. So it can't be fully one-sided.
I lead.
And you can always
You
argue
follow.
like the warp has a role to play in that too, right? It's kind of manipulating things behind the scenes to force Magnus to fight Leman Russ in close combat. Well, Sanguinius, I mean, a lot of the Primarchs had some sympathetic traits. Even Korax, like, wasn't... He was very anti-tyrant, so you could argue he's very against the Emperor in some capacity. The Khan, also, not a big fan of the Emperor or the Imperium as a whole. They can. I mean, they have their talismans and stuff, which help, but like not just inherently. But Leman Russ, you could argue, does. We don't know the full scope of like the Primarchs, all their powers. Leman Russ did have that howl that he used in Prospero to disable a lot of the Psykers, so he could have somehow done that with or used that against Magnus. But again, not all the Primarch's powers have been fully explored, so we don't know what all they're capable of. But yeah, the Space Wolves were there with the Sisters of Silence, so they did have blanks on their side, helping to combat the Psykers.
We will win this war.
I also think it was just an emotional situation, especially for Magnus, so he probably wasn't thinking, oh, I have to use my powers against my brother.
We'll make things right.
Let me help.
And also him losing that fight was important for the narrative as well. I don't think he was going to be allowed to win it regardless, because needed him to lose for that final push to get him to fall fully into siege. And it also shattered him, right? All of his little soul fragments went all over the place. The Space Wolves, they have a more, I wouldn't say they have a full-on resistance to the warp. They have their charms and talismans, and they also practice safer warp exposure, much like the Storm series from the White Scars. Most people like to give the Space Wolves a hard time for using Psychers, but you know, critiquing the Thousand Suns and other chapters for using Psychers. But their Psychers weren't part of the Librarius. And even the Khan agrees that the Rune Priests and Storm Seers are different than the other Psychers. They practice
You're
temperance
a
and
good
tolerance.
person. I like you.
They know not to delve too deep. So, I mean, the Thousand Suns had literal demons sitting on their shoulders, so. Yeah, all the time. The Emperor is mortally wounded on the Golden Throne. He's been, he's killed, or not killed, but put there by Horus during the Horus Heresy. He's in a constant state of dying, but also not dying. As long as he's fed 1,000 Psychers a day to keep the Golden Throne running. But yeah, there's attacks on the palace all the time. That's the Custodes are constantly. They play their blood games, look for weaknesses in the palace defenses.
I'm losing my temper.
Which is basically the Custodes. They go out and they try to infiltrate the palace, using any means necessary to look for weaknesses in the palace's
Together we
defenses.
stand.
This war must end.
You called?
You know how I ended up here, but here I am.
Onwards!
Yeah, then you have like the High Lords of Terra, which kind of rule the Imperium in the Emperor's absence. And they don't always have the Imperium's best interest in mind. Oftentimes it's their own political gains or maneuvers.
Rely on me.
Die!
Soot is restless. I wonder. I will fight.
So while they're not directly trying to overthrow the Emperor, they
Fall!
kind of do their own thing.
Clawing time.
Alright, come on, guys. Places to be.
This will be the stuff of legend.
Prepare
They are the
yourself.
darkness.
You won't stop us.
No glory without risk.
Desna, guide my hand.
So the Emperor, he's sustained by the Golden Throne. It's keeping him alive. They don't know, no one knows what'll happen if he's taken off the Golden Throne. Because the Emperor is also perpetual. Getting a little off topic here. Perpetuals are unique in that when they die, they come back. And the Emperor is an unperpetual. Malcador is also perpetual, but the Golden Throne is such a powerful device that when Malcador sat on it, it consumed him. his soul and all, and so he can't come back. It's possible that if the Emperor is taken off the Golden Throne, he'll come back. Don't know, though. Plus, if he's taken off the Golden Throne, or if it fails, there's the... So right now, the Golden Throne is keeping a warp gate underneath it closed. Because the Golden Throne, the whole project was tying it to the webway, so that humanity could use the webway and stay safe from the warp and chaos. But Magnus destroyed it, in his hubris, trying to warn the Emperor about Horus's betrayal. And so there's a huge battle during the Horus Heresy with the Mechanicus, the Sisters of Silence, and the Custodes fighting back hordes of demons. Endless hordes of demons. Actually, one of my favorite excerpts from the Horus Heresy, and in 40k in general, takes place when the Emperor goes into the webway. It talks about the... how's it phrased? Like the fallen son of the 10th Legion, or of a 10th Legion, or something like that. It's a really cool excerpt. Shoot, what was the question? Yeah, so the Golden Throne is failing, and to sustain him, they do feed him 1,000 psychers a day. So the Empire has these ships called Black Ships, which get brought up in Rogue Trader, because Heinrichs talks about it. They go around, they collect psychers from all the different planets in the Imperium, and they bring them back to Terra, and they determine whether or not they would be powerful enough to be used as a full-on psyker, if they get sent to the Astronomicon, or if they get fed to the Emperor. And if they decide they can be a full-blown psyker, they tie their soul to the Emperor, which helps prevent corruption from taking root in that psyker. That's where you get Saintic psykers from. There you have it. Half-elf can become my favorite race. I do like half-elves.
I will bring
But
down the
they'll
divine
never
wrath.
be better than dwarves.
Surrender or else.
They don't know how frank.
Now, I'll probably do a half-elf Skald in my next run.
The world has suffered enough.
Did the world just forgive me?
Yes.
So I know I'm not even paying attention to the game. I'm just talking about 40k. Where is? Why can't I want to loot his body?
Move out.
Alright, we do that when we leave an area. In fact, we do that real quick.
I lead, you follow.
I would have preferred Ratfolk, I think, over the Kitsune. That's what I voted for when they had the survey anyway. The poll. I like elves too. I don't know, the only races I have a hard time coming up with like a good build or roleplay option for are like gnomes and halflings.
Move out.
I finished here. Is there more?
Owl's cow. Alright, this cow gives the wearer +6 enhancement bonus to wisdom ability score. That's a significant bonus at this stage of the game. If the wearer benefits from any shift or aspect, they also gain a +2 circumstance bonus to damage with all natural attacks. This cow is worn together with the cat's boots. The wearer additionally gains a +2 circumstance bonus to armor class. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it on.
Head on!
Hate to hide his beard, but so be it. Alright, let's take a look at our stuff. I don't think we need to do that yet. I think we can head back up top.
I lead. You follow.
We also did the side quest and help defend this caravan. I think it was up here. Or up here. I don't think we have to fight. I think it's just undead. This quest.
Let's move already.
Oh wait, where's the where's it at? Outside the town wall. There he is.
Head on!
I will lend you my aid.
So probably do this quest and I'll probably wrap up the stream. I'll finish Embark stuff next time because there's a lot to it.
All this waiting bores me. No one stands in my way.
You lose all your buffs and stuff here.
I lead. You follow.
Yeah.
Please, allow me.
Thank you for inviting me on
goddess
this journey. Risking life and limb, facing countless dangers.
Battle.
Perhaps I shouldn't thank you.
Trust in yourself.
Search for the beauty with your heart.
We get these summons out. Preparation for this.
Onwards.
Almost looks like Bismuth has wings. We go with option 2, right? Give him a chance to redeem himself.
None shall escape!
The light take
Make
you!
your peace.
Let's hear you cry!
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
Oh, there's a skeleton. Where's the other guy at? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter.
The inheritor, guide my blade!
I will resist.
Glory without risk! Into the fray!
Prepare yourself.
Run them through!
Oh, Sirocco hit me. Whoopsies.
Desno, guide my hand.
I should get everybody outside of Sirocco. Alright. Job well done, everybody. I got bracers of the mighty boar. Bracers are adorned with fragments of a boar's tusks. They grant the wearer +6 enhancement bonus to strength ability score. Whenever the wearer charges using a natural attack, their first attack this round has its base damage dice tripled. But it's for natural attacks. I mean, we could use those on my main character. I want to go the demon claw route. Now, there's someone else we could talk to, right? Isn't there like a drunk somewhere we could talk to? I don't remember which quest he was tied to. He wants you to buy him a potion. Something. I thought it was over this way.
I lead.
Or this way. I thought he stood like right here. No, over here. There's the potion bottles. The drunkard.
My will is resolute.
I'm losing my temper.
We'll make things right.
Onwards!
Start protecting this bridge, even though I could walk across the other bridge. Okay. So be it.
The world has suffered enough. I will lend you my aid.
Everyone is mortal in this world, especially when I'm around. Move out!
That's right. We killed that guy already.
Head on! I lead, you follow.
Yeah, I didn't speak to, I think, some of these people last time I played through this quest. Not sure if it'll change a whole lot. I spoke to the smart boy, I think. I didn't speak to the saddled man or the guy in the infirmary.
Onwards! Let's move already.
Why am I purple? Interesting. What if the Aeon has to say? I mean, come on, Siegborn. This response right here is enough to give it away.
I will defend my dream.
All right, let's cut him down.
Too late for apologies.
Island neutral. Interesting. Oh, he's got backup. Oh, a lot of backup.
The light, take you!
Make your peace.
I'll hit you.
No glory without risk!
Good job, team. Hey, another Swarmbane clasp. Fantastic. Another Swarmbane clasp. We'll give that to Ulbrich for now. While we're in this area. Better safe than sorry. Solid hide armor. Sounds like it might have fortification as its effect. Nope, DR2. It might look cool, right? It does look cool. Alright, that's a transmog right there. Possibly for Wendowag as well.
All they took from me, I'll take back.
Alright, we'll finish the Invisible Drunk quest, and then we'll probably wrap up the stream. We'll explore the forest next time, as well as the area up here.
All this waiting bores me.
I think that'll be a nice stopping point before we delve further into this area, because it is a pretty large area. I mean, it is a DLC zone, so that's fair. I think I mentioned it before, but I think someone at Outcat likes large, red-haired, red-bearded men. You also have Ulfar and Ulbrich. Similar names, too.
Head on!
But I think it's part of the course for the Sarkorians. But yeah, a little bit of Norse inspiration. There's probably some Celtic inspiration in the culture as well. Oh, we got a couple things to sell real quick, and then... does he have his stock now? No. That'll do for now. I'm gonna park up here. Then next time we will buff up and explore over here. Pretty sure there's a way to get down here.
I'm losing my temper.
It's gonna be the inspiration for my Scald playthrough as well, making a Norse-inspired character. So I'm thinking I'll use a shield and axe.
Can't hide this from my eyes.
I lead, you follow.
Something over there.
Onwards!
I say about doing a half-elf, but they can't have beards, and I do want my Scald to have a beard. I mean, Kingmaker's a great game. I think the campaign is better than Wrath of the Righteous in some aspects. It feels more like a full, proper fantasy adventure. Where Wrath of the Righteous is more of a... Then you're in a war, right? You get thrown into a war, you wage a war, it's non-stop war. Kingmaker has that typical like high fantasy adventure, low-level beginnings. And it's I don't know, it's a more comfortable campaign to play. Or cozy. Cozy's a better word than comfortable. Wrath of the Righteous is more like non-stop action all the time. Act 2 is, I think, my favorite act. Well, I don't know, I like Act 1 a lot. I think the Stag Lord is a really fun fight. Really cool boss. Yeah, Kingmaker's really nice. I like, some things really tie together towards the end. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably have that same problem if I didn't do Let's Plays. Let's Plays keeps me on track. So I keep, yeah, once I select something, I stick with it. Even other games, I do end up making a lot of characters. But I do manage to play through with my first character. But I do make a bunch of different characters. I had like, I don't know, 75 different characters at Skyrim at some point. I only ever played through with one of them, but I had a whole bunch of them made, and more planned. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Next time we'll go down here, and I think there's more swarms to fight. Luckily we do have more of these Swarmbane clasps. It might be worth grabbing that quarterstaff for this area. Need to get her a different helmet too. Charisma's a little redundant at this point. I'm gonna give the charisma to Rushla instead. Alright. Gonna call it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Stay safe, stay classy. Catch you guys on the flip side. I'll be able to stream tomorrow as well, so look forward to some more sweet Wrath of the Righteous action. Should be around 7 or 8. If all goes well. But sometimes I get sidetracked, you know, helping put the kid to bed and stuff like that. Or chores. Never know with me. But between 7 and 8 is the goal. Yeah, Eastern time. Alright, take care everybody.